Hello everyone, this is Jamie Hoskins on my YouTube channel, Jamie JPH on PS5. And then with that, I'm going to give you a tour kind of my hometown to here. Haven't done that there. We have different type of murals, as you can see. There's one right there, you can see, pretty cool. Then you can see some of the buildings. And then this is called the Ocean Pearl. Very good, actually, Chinese restaurant. And this is Main Street right now. See, we're just hitting 2nd Street. You can see actually like some of the old buildings, like that one over there. They just recently, within last year, got a little kind of public bus that gets people around. I haven't taken that yet, but yeah, you can see there's another mural up ahead. Little car wash we have, and here comes another mural. So they have quite a bit of murals here, which is kind of cool. Some are quite detailed, like you're about to find out in a second. See, look at this one right here. You can see it's pretty good. You have that one way over there, across the street. And look actually at these old buildings. This is called the Delta House. It's an assisted living place. I don't know what it used to be, but yeah. So you don't see much actually like work like this anymore. Look at that truck. Has some classics on that. Weather is actually always really good and clean actually here, so it's always pretty nice. Got your little haircut place here. See, like that Simpson Sanders building, 1896, locally called Anadora Opera House for the names of owner's daughters. The upstairs area had a platform and oil lamps for a stage, which was used for high school graduations, operatic and theater events. Social gatherings took place and silent films were shown. And then 1922, the upstairs used for storage of farm equipment and tractor parts. 1939, building was gutted by pre-dawn fire, December 27th, so I guess it had a fire. Hello viewer, welcome to the stream. In 1940, clean brick from fire were used to rebuild Delta hardware store. Then in 1896 to the present, the corner of 3rd and Main has been a hardware store. And then, so you could actually go to more information at the Delta County Museum, 3rd and Meeker. So that's what this place actually is. And see, they have a little mural. So you can see it's a little more on the modern side, the style, because of that. And oh, this is the goodie right here. This building right here. This used to be the bank. Yeah, I'll show it to you in a second. Right here. First. And see down here, there's the museum. They have the old jail. with that, we could cross. This bank has a lot of historical value in it. You'll be able to see actually like the inside. Kind of actually like right there, can't really see in it. But it looks like they did some remodeling. Stem's Burger sandwiches. Cafe. So yeah, look at all these old buildings still around. See, late 1800s, early 1900s. See, here's another mural we have. See, look at that. There's this one. Look at that old building. And if you're wondering how I'm able to stream, even though I don't have a million views, they have something called Streamlabs. I've done actually like talked to you about that actually before, actually on one of my streams. You can see kind of the old kind of styles, especially this building. Look at that building. See? And there's another good old building right there. See, so they have quite a lot of like I think this town doesn't really change much. You may get a few bank here or there or something that's new, or Super Walmart, which was actually like maybe 8 years, 12 years ago that they put in. But you can just see, look at that mural. Now, we're going to show you some of the housing type of stuff. Okay? I mean, I could go actually on with that, but... Oh yeah, we'll go to the next street. I want to show you the Egyptian Theater. Yes. Little and a really interesting thing is, which I may do something with actually like later on, but my first grade teacher, you know, that I actually still have contact with, I'm seeing her tomorrow, so that'll be cool. I'm still in contact with her. And then see, like right here, see this one actually is for sale right now, or there, but you can see downtown Delta on the move, 142, historical central block. When shopping was king on Main Street, folks from all over the county came to Delta to shop. Main Street Delta provided all of the services that residents in Delta County needed. Downtown Delta has been providing services to folks since 1882. All right, now you're going to be just about to actually see the it's like a trophy store or something. Oh, this is karate class or something. But see, this is the Egyptian Theater. Look at that. So now we're actually just hitting 5th and Main. So I'll be showing you guys. Yeah. What town looks like. I mean, residential. We're going to turn actually over here to right to Palmer. To that. I'll show you this one mural first. There's a lot of history in this town, you know? Look at that old building right there. Here's kind of a map. Right here. See, here's the Egyptian Theater right there. And then we actually have, where is it? Confluence Park and Lake. That actually is, my dad used to go there actually all the time. My sister and I, we still actually do when I'm actually here. And they have this, yes, drive-in movie theater. So that's gonna be really cool. So now you're gonna actually see the Ute country type of thing for the Ute Indians. The Ute Indians were actually out here. In fact, they had a Ute Council tree. You're sure, you know, that was actually around. And that Ute Council tree was actually like a, where they'd actually have, was like a rite of passage. They would go over and with the rite of passage, they'd actually bring actually like the teens, they'd actually have their initiations to become actually like a full tribesman and stuff. So yeah, had a lot of history on that. But then they actually, the tree started actually kind of rotting, so they actually had to, they were worried that it was going to fall over. So they talked to the Ute Indians, like what, that were still around, like what they wanted to do with it. So, and that's like where I heard last, you know, I don't know if they made actually it into actually like a, like the stump into something, left a stump, or what they did. I haven't checked that yet. And now we're getting to the residential area, so you'll see that. We're going to pass actually like the jail. Yep, there's the police department and jail, and different things. So you look at it, just all very historical town. I love it. The air feels good. I mean, it is pretty warm right now, but that's all right. Now we're coming to Palmer Street. There's the old silos for actually like the canned, you know, where they do canneries and stuff. And see, here's the courthouse right there. Pretty good. And then, yeah, this area pretty much this street has a lot of significance for me. This is kind of actually where I was actually growing up as a little kid. You're sure you know. You have actually right over there, you can see that kind of yellowish building. That is the library. Then you have the detention facility. So don't worry, I won't be taking you guys in there. Yep. And then, so see, look at that old building right there. You can see up there. So, yeah, it's a pretty nice town. Kind of smallish in a way, you're sure you know, but it's pretty good. Good people, very friendly. They have actually like a, it's called Delta Days, where they celebrate the history of the town. In fact, they actually had, way back when, they actually had bank robbery actually here. Yeah, this was actually in the, like, I think early 1900s. It was called the McCarty Gang. And they actually were pretty big, you know, Fred McCarty. And then, you know, they were pretty big. They, like, actually had bank robbers and stuff. They started out, I think, as actually, like train robbing, but then they ended up moving the bank robbing all the way from Denver all the way to, I think, like San Diego time frame area to that time. Not time, but that area. And then, so then they came actually out here, and there was, where you saw that green thing with the bank, there was actually in like an alleyway, and with the alleyway, one of actually like the mercantile store person who actually like had a dream that actually someone tried to rob his place, and he was going over and he didn't actually have his gun ready, so when he woke up, he was telling the next morning, the night watchman, what was actually happening, and like what actually happened in his dream. And then he heard gunshots, toward the bank as it was being actually held up. I think like 2 people got shot dead or something, and like died or something. And then the mercantile guy was like, the only real way that he can actually escape the robbers or whatever would be through this alley. So they went through the alley, and sure enough, and he had his gun actually ready. He made sure that thing was cleaned after that dream. So you could see different type of buildings here, houses. And then, so he actually had it clean, and he actually had like one of these guns that have like 2 triggers, like a hairline trigger, and then actually like another trigger for accuracy and stuff. So he took fire, got the like 2 of the gang members right in the head, and then Fred, I think it was, actually escaped, but with none of the money. So all the other banks, they made off with money, not this time. So yeah, so they actually did that. And then very next morning, young kid, that worked for the paper, I guess, or something, went over and took pictures of actually the dead bodies, so yeah. So look actually how nice it is over here. So that's kind of actually like what happened with the McCarty gang. They have actually a cemetery actually out here, which actually has where they actually have their markers, grave markers, I guess you could say. And then also they have the Delta Museum. So that's really cool. So at one point, while I'm actually here, I'll do a stream actually on that. You can see the actual gun that we're referring to with the double triggers and stuff, and their weapons. So yeah. And now, see, look at that. Some old houses, even quite a bit old houses here. Yeah, you'll be able to see my niece's house, and then where my dad actually lived before he passed away. But my sister, she actually lives kind of in the camper, and then when I actually over there, I stay actually in the house and stuff with actually toward the back room. And then the cats pretty much actually have actually the house kind of actually to themselves a bit. She actually has they're good cats, but she actually has like 15 to 16 cats. Yes, 15 to 16, that's right. Yeah, a lot of cats. But yeah, they get along pretty well with me at first. The first time I came, they were a little kind of weary, but now they still remember me. Yep. And they actually all cuddle next to me and stuff, so it's pretty cool. This is the old automotive, actually, like a shop. And then see, just actually old houses. Pretty good size too. Yeah, actually, recently they've been putting some new houses in, so that's been good. But you still actually have the historical value, because most places, like nowadays, you don't even see actually any of the old towns, like any of the old stuff. Look at that, like right there, this house we're coming, actually that's camouflaged by the trees, but you'll be seeing that soon. This Eaton Avenue right here, and yeah, they even have actually a street in California called Eaton too, also. But yeah, this is Eaton and Palmer. Yeah, look at that big house. As we get closer, you'll see it. Looks like someone's actually on the porch. Yeah. So. The little church. Look at one of the churches. And there's this little house. Looks like they had some dogs. Dogs chewed up a bit of toys, it looks like. Old slipper. As you can see, these are kind of built in the early 1900s, from what I understand, like 1918, 1900s. So, yeah. Look at the birds actually on the roof. That's always cool to see. And look at just actually these houses. From what I understand, like a block away is one of the houses that I grew actually up in to that. It's like I have a picture of it actually with me actually at the door to that. But I'll have to find that again with my stuff and then send it to you guys sometime. But this person has actually a corgi. Look at this house. See? You don't see much actually houses like that anymore today. And right over here, coming actually over, is my niece's. That blue house right over here. Light blue house with a table and the chairs. So that's my niece's. They didn't get that house too long ago. They're like now in their 30s. But you'll see. See, they have their garden. You'll be able to see that. This is their place. See, nice good house. This is my niece's. That's her garden. So this is my niece's house. And then from there, you'll be able to actually see kind of actually just about where my sister's place is. Where I'm staying actually, also for now. See, we're at 9th Street and Palmer now. Old Chevrolet. And then also, I'll show you, it's kind of cool. Right where my sister's is, right around that area, there's a storage shed. And it actually is that storage shed my dad worked for a bit. So look at just actually at these houses. And then you'll see, compared to across the street, they have a new house. So you'll get kind of see like the difference. But people take good care of it. That's an empty lot here. That's been actually empty for the longest time. But where you see that porta potty straight ahead, that is where the new house is. You can see that kind of grayish house. So it's really nice actually here. Fresh air. Not too busy now. See, there's that new house, that gray one with the 2 lambs. And where you see kind of that red truck, I don't know if you guys can see it through the foliage. That's where my sister's is at. That truck's broken down though. See, this is a newer house, I believe. But see, there's the new house right there. And then this one right here that you see with the kind of green and white, that's where I'm actually at my sister's place with her camper and stuff. She actually has some chickens. Get Mr. Squirrel. See, he's going out there. And this is the house. The squirrel eating. Now, I'm going to show you my sister's chicken. And there we go. So this is the chicken coop that my sister has. See, that's her chicken with a top hat thing. And there's the rooster. So with that, this is Jamie Hoskins, my YouTube channel, JamieJPH1 on PS5.